Okay, so in this tactic, you're going to learn how to use the prospect awareness pyramid. And you're going to know how to use this to really make a large impact on your conversion rate optimization and your traffic success in all your marketing campaigns. So you can see here is the awareness pyramid. And let's do the overview. For your marketing campaigns, you need to know where your prospect is on this 5-level prospect awareness pyramid so that you can target him where he is at. So your marketing message makes sense to him maximally, and you can have the highest conversion percentages and highest return on your investment. There's a lot of noise, right? I read a statistic once that said the average person, this was back in 2020, so maybe this has moved on to other social media apps, but the average person scrolls through 150 feet. That's like pages and pages and pages of Facebook feed per day. So for our European friends, that's around 50 meters, right? Yeah, 50 meters per day of stuff. So if your ad is only in a 10 centimeter square and it sucks and it doesn't make sense to him in his position where he's at right now, he's going to skip it. And all your numbers are going to just be not that good. So here's a pyramid. Let's learn how to do this. It's not that complicated, but it's very effective. So let's put the pyramid over here, and let's go and let's first do the overview. Yeah, so that's going to happen with that. Hold on. Okay, she appears again. So there are 5 levels to the pyramid. The prospect moves up the pyramid in the buying experience. Knowing where they are at now when you are targeting them is of utmost importance. An immature marketing message is the #1 cause of failure in marketing campaigns. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's say our prospect is solution aware. They're aware of the different kinds of solutions, but they're not sure which one they should pick yet. So, for example, they're an obese person that knows they have a problem, they know they're unhealthy, and they know they need to solve it. They know there's different options. They know there's diet pills, they can go to the gym, they can get a nutritionist, they can get liposuction. So they know there's different solutions that they're aware of, but they're not really sure which one they want to pick yet. So that's what they're at that stage. So we can do advertising that's targeted towards the completely aware people, and and if they're in that segment, they'll still watch it because that's relevant to them. And we can also do content that's problem aware because they have that problem, so they're going to watch. And they're also going to watch content that is comparing liposuction versus diet pill, which is best, right? Like the AirPods. No, AirPods don't die. Hang on. Okay, so only one of them is going to continue. So hopefully you didn't hear any difference. We're going to keep it rolling, doing it live. All right, so they're going to see the solution aware content also. And but if we just jump to product aware and we only talk about diet pills and why our diet pill is better than your diet pill, like they haven't bought into diet pills yet, so you're going to lose some of the audience there. And a good example is like, okay, in the solution aware phase, let's say they're looking at multiple options of solutions, and we're going to go this step by step in 1 second. Let's just say there's diet pills, there's liposuction, and there's a gym, right? The thing is, there's 10 of each of these, right? So there's 10 different diet pills, 10 different liposuction offices, let's say, in their area, and 10 different gyms. So that's 30 businesses vying for this person's attention and purchase. So if they're not yet convinced, they're not sure which one they want to do, then if you are running your liposuction ad to them and you're talking only about like the pros and cons of why this liposuction company A is better than liposuction company B, if I'm leaning more towards going to the gym, then this isn't going to convince me like one liposuction versus another. I'm gonna skip that. Some percentage of people will look at that because they're leaning more towards liposuction. But this isn't the perfect message for them. An even more egregious example is if let's say the same prospect is only at problem aware. So they're obese, and now they've been made aware by your educational marketing or someone else's that they can expire earlier. They can be deleted by life earlier if they're obese. It's just the facts of life, right, guys? Let's not be PC. So if that's the case, then they know they have a problem, but they don't really know which solutions are out there yet. They're a little bit like closed off to this issue. They've kind of been like a turtle. So if your ad appears as liposuction company A better than liposuction company B, here's why. Well, in company A, like they're not even gonna look at that, right? They don't even know that they're not connecting. You got to remember, people are not so. We're very distracted, right? So they're not. You can't expect them to make this jump and just make them this leap over the solution where phase. It's not going to happen. But I mean, literally 99% of businesses that I've talked to before they work with me, they're doing this. They're not even on the same planet of categorizing their marketing this way. They don't know. Okay. Most businesses rely on referrals, or they have a good product and they're just putting all their eggs into that. And they're just like, they're like shooting like this for customers to try to get new customers, right? So let's see. I hope this makes sense. And the other item here is we just discussed this. So I'll move that though. So let's jump into this step by step. So first, again, at the bottom, let me just bring this up again. The bottom of the pyramid is where the most, and this is why it's a pyramid, because the most customers are at the bottom, but that makes them, okay, the prospect is the most common, but the hardest to sell, and the funnel will be the longest. So they need the most education, the most pampering, the most nurturing. They are not even aware there is an issue. They are not seeking a solution or even trying to learn about the problem. How can you discuss with them if they don't already know that there's an issue? You can't. So you need to intrigue them into learning about how this problem that they have can hurt them if they don't fix it somehow, before you can even begin to talking about your company or your solution or any solution. So an example, an obese person that doesn't know that they have, for example, an 85%, let's say, higher chance of having heart disease as opposed to a person with healthy weight. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. Okay, is your prospect level 4 problem aware? Once your prospect is aware that they have a problem, they will be learning about it and know some things about it, but aren't yet seeking a solution. So your marketing can now discuss the problem that they have in detail and really drive home the point that if they want to, they can solve this problem since different solutions exist. Now, we're not selling the product yet because you will come off insincere and needy if you just start, buy my thing. It doesn't make you seem like you're talking to them and helping them, because you're skipping blocks here. Since you aren't being authentic by presenting all of the potential solutions to them, including yours. So an example is an obese person that does know they have an 85% higher chance of having heart disease and other health issues in a shorter life, but does not know yet what they can realistically do themselves in order to begin solving this problem. So let's move this for a second. So let's go to the next stage. Now we go up, and now we're getting closer. Are we solution aware? Now, the prospect is aware that there's a problem and there are potential solutions that they can do and they can get to fix the issue, but they don't know which solution is best. Now, this brings us back to the beginning when we said there's different types of way. Diet pill, liposuction, go to the gym, nutritionist, all kinds of stuff. So the seeking solutions out. Now is the time to compare the solutions. We already talked about this, right? With the competitor solutions. So if you sell a gym membership to help you lose weight and get healthy, you can now compare the solution via a short-term fix such as liposuction or diet pills. You need to convince them that your type of solution is best first before you can pitch your product specifically and present an offer, because there are other gyms in the area that is your specific solution. So that's the next step. So example says an obese person that does know they have a higher chance of health issues and knows that they can realistically solve it some way, but they don't know which solution is best. So second to last, let's bring it up one more time. Now you convince your prospect that a gym membership, let's say that's your product, is the best way to go out and lose weight, But now you need to convince them that your gym is the best fit for them versus other gyms. What features? Now we can talk about your product and what are the features, benefits, and why. And now we see a lot of businesses can do this, but they completely are forgetting these other 3 steps. And if most customers are completely unaware or problem aware, and if you don't move them through the solution phase to your product, you can't just talk about your product. So what features and benefits are included in your gym, and you can see the other tactic that I have for that make it the best choice for your prospect. Who else goes there? What testimonials can you share, etc. Now's the time to get into the heart of why your product is best. What is the unique selling proposition? your promise and your unique delivery mechanism that delivers this promise. Discuss this now. An example, an obese person that does know that they have health issues, they do know that there's solutions, and they do know that your specific solution for them is the best fit, but they're not sure which option to go for in that type of solution, that solution type, gyms. And lastly, offer aware. So at this point, the prospect is simply they're aware of your offer, and perhaps you have 3 offers, 3 different packages or types of product. They're just trying to figure out which offers is best for them. So if you have 3 or 4 products, they're figuring out which package is best, and they will buy immediately after you can convince them of that it's best for them. Now, example, you get it, right? It's at the end, and they're ready to buy. So we need to go through this progression, and it can seem complicated, but basically how you can execute with this information now is if you're someone that's making content, you need to constantly, like, always be aware of who am I talking to, and you should be segmenting at the very least your ad campaigns with this in mind, because if you're sending, you can't send product aware marketing material to a problem aware group because they don't understand why your solution is relevant to them. Now they might, some of them can make the leap, but you're better off first giving them information about the solution and why why it is a solution to their problem, and then after that give them a reason why your solution is the best solution, as opposed to just here's a product, right? And how you do that, how you can manage these segments is with automations. But also you need a marketing architect running your strategy, right? Because there's a lot of complexity here. But to keep it simple, if you're always thinking about what stage is the person that I'm talking to at this moment, then this will immediately have an effect on your success. And then later on, you can get into automation and segmenting, more technically, and letting the robots. They took our job, the robots, those guys, to manage that for you. And basically, if you do a bunch of content in the problem aware arena and people are watching it, they're watching the whole thing. And then, after they watch a certain number of ads, or if they are signaling their intention to learn more about the solution, and that can be as simple as at the bottom of these, let's say it's an ad, at the bottom of these problem aware, let's say you make a 1-minute problem aware video, and they watch the whole thing and then click learn how, and because you end the video with a call to action saying, would you like to learn more about how this solution, what solutions are available to you? And then if they click learn more, now they're solution aware, right? Because they are now aware that there are solutions, they've watched the video. So you can get very, very clever with this. And so tell me how you use this, and if it works for you. And if you knew this already, awesome. If you didn't know it already, let me know. I respond to every comment. All right, cheers.